Come see us on tour in Los Angeles, Bakersfield, San Jose, Buffalo, Toledo, Montreal, and Toronto. Go to jimmydore.com for the cheapest tickets.
Here's the headline in the Washington Post. Bill Ackman, hedge fund billionaire and key Trump ally, slams tariffs. The Wall Street mogul warned of economic nuclear winter as the threat of an all-out trade war triggers a global market meltdown. Bill Ackman is one of many wealthy Trump allies, Trump boosters, who are now speaking out against Trump's tariffs, which they say are going to tank the economy. Bill Ackman, a hedge fund billionaire who endorsed Donald Trump's 2024 candidacy, warned in apocalyptic terms over the weekend that the president's sweeping tariff plan, if implemented as planned, would cause irreparable damage to the U.S. economy. The U.S. is heading for a self-induced economic nuclear winter, and we should start hunkering down, Ackman wrote. Elon Musk posted a video of the late Nobel Prize-winning economist Milton Friedman explaining why he believed international economic cooperation by way of the free market benefits consumers. Musk said earlier he hoped the U.S. and Europe would move to a zero tariff situation. So for Musk and Ackman to come out and say this, that's a sharp term, because these are obviously some of Trump's biggest allies, to the point where Bill Ackman just a few months ago was saying this about Donald Trump.
Stepping into, I would say, the most pro-growth, pro-business, pro-American administration I've perhaps seen in my my adult lifetime. Certainly, we just had a nice little ceremony, and CEOs of broad array of big American companies, and I would say everyone is incredibly enthusiastic, really about a new administration that's about efficiency, removing the impediments to growth, deregulation.
So from, we're really excited, this is great, to this is nuclear winter. That's a threat from Bill Ackman.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. Bill Ackman's word, what's that good for, honestly? Like, I honestly, Trump, all these other betrayals, I like to see Wall Street being betrayed, and I actually don't care if it hurts me if I can see it hurt them. Is that a bad place to be? That's where I am.
A lot of people feel that way. That's the problem. It's like when you have people like Bill Ackman, who's not only a hedge fund billionaire, but someone who cheers on the censorship of voices critical of Israel, it's hard to take his side. And if he's feeling gloomy about things, then maybe that could be a positive sign for the country.
He's not just that scumbag, too. Don't forget the drug prices that are jacked all the way up. He's worse than Pharma Bro was that everybody hated. He's way worse on that.
Right. Here's another Trump ally, Maria Bartiromo, saying we could be headed for a recession.
Have an effect on Main Street. Some things will become higher priced. We will see some products actually be raised in price because companies will pass on the cost of tariffs to consumers. I would expect that. That's why you have some people saying that we could see a recession, we'll see a growth slowdown. This morning, Nancy Lazar, who I follow very closely, and I think she's terrific, from Piper Sandler, she says if the tariffs stay in place for at least the next 6 months, even if only 50% of the price shocks where we're seeing products go higher in price show through the economy, U.S. real GDP is on track to decline about 1% in the second quarter and in the third quarter, with unemployment rising. But look,
that's one of Trump's biggest cheerleaders saying this could lead to a recession.
Yeah, well, I don't care about none of his cheerleaders. I like them to be unhappy. This is what I'm saying. Like, everybody I know, in fact, all of New York, I would say, except for like Dave Smith, and I don't know if you live there. But they're all the dumbest people, and they're wrong about every single thing they say. So I have a hard time, as someone who doesn't really understand the market at all,
not me either,
believing them, because weren't we headed for this Armageddon anyway? What's our debt, which was going to be passed on to us continually. So I like seeing Bill Ackman not like it and Maria Bartiromo not like it. I really like. It's something that's going to harm globalism in a big way. And I'll bet you'd be surprised how many MAGA people will be fine with that.
Here is Jamie Dimon, CEO of JP Morgan. He says the Trump tariffs will boost inflation, slow an already weakening economy. That's him now, but listen to him back just a few months ago talking about not only why he supports Trump, but why he's fine with tariffs.
Shit. They're an economic weapon, depending how you use it and why you use it and stuff like that. And, people argue, is it inflationary and non-inflationary? I would put in perspective, if it's a little inflationary, but it's good for national security, so be it. I mean, get over it. National security trumps a little bit more inflation.
So get over it. That was him just recently. Now he's saying it's going to cause it. Now he's warning about it.
Solid advice.
Dave Portnoy of Barstool Sports, another Trump supporter, he says he's lost a lot of money because of the dip in the stock market, but he's sticking with Trump.
I went super viral when I said I lost $7 million. I'd kill to be back to losing $7 million. I haven't even looked. If I had to guess, I'm down in these last 3 days, probably close to 20. I don't know, like 10, 15% of my net worth, poof. But I'm still here. That's the game. That's what I'm in. Like, do I like it? No. Am I crying? Am I like, oh, woe is me. I wish I voted for Kamala. No. Do I wish this didn't go down like this? Yes. Am I in this to make money? Yes. Do I wish I had that money in my investment portfolio? Yes.
So he's lost a lot of money, but again, how relatable is it if people are losing, $20 million? Obviously, that's just not the situation of
I'm glad he could take that in stride. Yeah. Hey, am I down 20 million? Yeah. Oh, wow. I always think of how Russia was supposed to be weakened by this stupid thing we did, and they're not, because all the oligarchs, because they were banned from being in the world market, weren't they? And so they had to invest in Russia, and it turned out it was good for them. So, like I said, I wouldn't claim to be any authority on it because I don't understand how the market works. But here's something I do understand: those, Portnoy, not him, but them other two. Those pricks are always touting something that sucks, and then when it is really bad, they're telling you it's good. Like, we're about to lose a great economy, are we? Like, what are you talking about? This is like a limping thing that something's got to be done. Now, I don't know if it's this. Like I said, I guess we'll see. But I like to see Wall Street people upset. I really do. I like to see them jumping out of windows, if I'm being honest.
I like to see infighting as well, and we're getting a lot of that. Here's Peter Navarro, a top Trump advisor on the economy, taking a swipe at Elon Musk, who is not happy about these tariffs.
Back to Elon Musk for a second, because I'm glad that you brought that up. He also took a shot at you personally on X, and he's going against the administration with respect to the tariff policy. The president has said in the coming months he may leave the administration. Peter, is there a rift internally?
No, I mean, Elon, when he's in his Doge lane, is great. But we understand what's going on here. We just have to understand. Elon sells cars, and he's in Texas assembling cars that have big parts of that car from Mexico, China. The batteries come from Japan or China. The electronics come from Taiwan. And he's simply protecting his own interests, as any business person would do. We're more concerned about Detroit building Cadillacs with American engines. And that's what this is all about. So it's fine. There's no riff here. Look, Elon.
I like that he admits that Elon Musk has a massive conflict of interest, like being a top government advisor while also having a stake in certain policies that benefit his profits. I mean, that's refreshing to hear that admission from a Trump.
I thought Elon controlled Donald Trump. I thought he was in charge. He was the head oligarch. Do not watch Breaking Points.
Well, obviously, there's a rift there, despite what Peter Navarro says. Here's Rand Paul. Yeah, go ahead.
It's not quite a soothing balm for all that Israel shit, but it cools the burn a little bit.
Here is Rand Paul, also not a fan of the
Republican. I am a supporter of Donald Trump, but this is a bipartisan problem. I don't care if the president is a Republican or a Democrat. I don't want to live under emergency rule. I don't want to live where my representatives cannot speak for me and have a check and balance on power. One person can make a mistake. And guess what? Tariffs are a terrible mistake. They don't work. They will lead to higher prices. They are a tax, and they have historically been bad for our economy. But even if this were something that was magic and it was going to be a pot of gold at the end of the rainbow, I wouldn't want to live under emergency rule. I would want to live in a constitutional republic where there are checks and balances against the excesses of both sides, right or left.
We don't have that now, Brand. I don't know if you notice. I love the Fauci hearings. There are a lot of laughs. They don't do nothing. So I don't know. I'm all like, are all these people not aware of where things are at right now? Like they seem like they're not.
Here's Donald Trump's message to his haters. The U.S. has a chance to do something we should have done decades ago. Don't be weak. Don't be stupid. Don't be a panikin. A new party based on weak and stupid people. That's what panikin is.
He wrote that himself for sure.
He wrote that himself. Panikin. That's the latest. That's the latest one from Trump. Be strong, courageous, and patient, and greatness will be the result. So
a new party based on weak and stupid people. Oh, hilarious. Well, look, I saw Rand Paul. It's like one of the guys I'll agree with, and I'll watch him go like, why should we have to pay those soldiers that have that burn pit illness?
Yeah, exactly.
And I'm like, and then that's where the libertarian part of it, where you're like, the flaws in it kind of come out.
Yeah.
I don't understand why the tariffs are working. Now, I just got done watching the great Ben Shapiro try to explain. He goes, well, how come other countries do it to us? And he mentioned how a lot of poor countries do it and they're poor. But do other countries have tariffs on us, even though the ones from the chart are not accurate? Like Europe, and are they putting tariffs on it? Why is it working for them? That's just maybe a dumb question.
They definitely have tariffs on the U.S. And I think, and that's the hope for people who want Trump to remove the tariffs, that they're hoping that his position will force other countries to remove their tariffs enough to get Trump to back down. But so far, Trump is not even open to that, according to at least his public statements.
Well, they better get on his good side quick before the nuclear winter. What did the great Bill Ackman say? Nuclear winter?
Nuclear winter, yeah. Economic nuclear winter.
When they say that, it's like a bunch of people just live like that already for quite some time now. What it tells me is it might be bad for them. Not that it will improve life for me. And I'm fine. I'm okay. I pay I can live. I'm getting a real commie where I just want to be unhappy. And I don't care if I'm unhappy. Is that bad? That's where I'm at.
Well, we'll see where this continues to go. But for now, Trump is not backing down, even though some of his top allies are increasingly speaking out. So we'll see where this goes.
Hey, free speech is under attack, but Rumble refuses to back down. We've always believed in empowering voices, no matter how unpopular. And now we're taking that fight to the next level. When major advertisers conspired to pull their dollars, even brands like Dunkin' Donuts turned their backs, claiming Rumble had a right-wing culture. But we're not here to fit a mold. We're here to defend free expression. To strengthen this mission, we're excited to offer Rumble Premium, a completely ad-free experience with exclusive benefits for viewers and creators. You'll find exclusive content from creators like Russell Brand, Dr. Disrespect, Timcast, and the Mug Club with Crowder. It's more than just a subscription. It's a stand for free speech. Your voice matters. Join Rumble Premium. For a limited time, you can get $10 off an annual plan using promo DORE10. Visit Rumble today. Go visit rumble.com/premium/Dore10 and claim your discount today. Together, we can turn the tide, whether you join Rumble Premium or simply keep watching. Your support helps keep free speech alive. Come see us on tour in Los Angeles, Bakersfield, San Jose, Buffalo, Toledo, Montreal, and Toronto. Go to jimmydore.com for the cheapest tickets.